I'll get going here pretty soon. I've got basically 2 more games to go through. They aren't exactly the fastest ones. Alright, well, I'll just go ahead and get started on this because we're pretty much finishing up like what's left here, and I've got the list of the abilities kind of all sorted out at this point, so we're gonna go through and we're gonna try to see if we can get through this with what abilities we have left. I don't know if there's like a good order to do this in, and I think I'm gonna have to explore around a little bit. But the good news is the first part of this is going to be pretty easy to go through because of the fact that I don't have any abilities right now, so I don't have anything I can accidentally use. And I can't, like, if I accidentally hit down and absorb somebody, I'm not going to be able to take their powers, so we're very fortunate in that aspect for this run. This right here is why, like, one of the reasons that I decided to make that one stipulation, by the way, because I will pick these up as I get the like, little trophy things for them, but I obviously don't want that to count as me having used the ability, especially whenever I didn't even touch the actual usage of it. So this one right here is actually going to be really tough to get because I need to get down into this ice, and I don't think that I have the ability to do the same tricks that I did before. Like, if I can get some sort of ability and get 2 down in there, then we will be good. But the problem is I don't know if I'm gonna have that or not. What would also be nice is if I could get like a mix going on with these 2. Yeah, I don't think that he's got what it takes to break this open, unfortunately. Let's go over right here. Oh, stop going off screen, you jerk. Yeah, this right here is gonna be a tough one. Alright, I might need to use an ability for ice, but we're gonna... Actually, I have a small idea I want to try. And I messed that one up. We might die here, but that's fine. This is all in the name of science. Come on, come down here, please. I think that kind of, like... There we go. Or do it one more time? Yeah, nope, okay. That's fine. We've got a couple of abilities that we can use, so we're not completely out of the running yet. That room is unfair. That chicken just kind of like slams right into you and there's nothing you can do about it. See, and here's the issue right here is up here is where the room should be, but I think the only place that it is actually... Oh, no, here's one. I don't know if this is the same the same room or not, though. It would be nice to know that before I completely go away from it. I can't think of what it would be instead, but I also... I don't know, we'll come back to it. I'll know if I have went past a place where I don't have the power or not. Oh, there's definitely Cutter right here, I believe. Yep. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let me just get rid of this really quick. What I meant to do was to open this up and think, okay. We got 3 abilities here. I can't remember what the 4th one would be. We've fought these guys before, so this is nothing new. And the neat part about this mode is I have plenty of time to take sips of tea between levels. Out of those abilities that I got, the one that I can still use is Ice. Fighter and Cutter I've both used already. Alright, I think Parasol is up this way. I think that's one of the first abilities we're gonna come across. I should probably consider not hitting as many enemies as I am. Might be good for me staying alive. Parasol's another one of the ones that I can probably safely get away with using at some point. I'm trying to leave at least one ability if I can for the boss rush. Oh god. I don't know if this leads to a power or if that just leads to silliness. Guess we'll find out. I don't have anything right now that can actually pop that though, so we're gonna have to come back to that one later. Now there's nothing really in this part of the level. This is just navigate the stages. Enjoy the wonderful music. I don't know how Kirby games manage to always get such wonderful music for these kind of things. Like, they always have great, like, water level music. Just... whenever I hear this song, I think about, you know, just kind of maybe not this stage exactly, but I definitely like think about that sort of tropical environment. Okay, this is gonna be problematic, and I don't think that there's any way I'm getting out of this. Like, the sword guys just will not break those, so... if I had to choose one of my current abilities, Ice is the one that I'd like to use here. If it'll even work. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let me mark Ice off of my list here. Mark it correctly, even. He's getting angry. That's how we get the sword, which I've already used. Yep. It'd be nice if I had, like, just one more cut ability just in case we need it, but I don't actually know if we have anything in here that can... I don't know if we actually have anything in this Milky Way Wishes that's going to make me require the use of it. Alright, so we've got to go a couple of different directions here, if I recall. How many things have I gotten here? I've gotten sword, parasol, and beam just now. I can't remember if there's anything else power-wise through here. Like, I think that's the only power-up pedestal we get. Ah, dang it. Almost memorized the whole pattern here, and I think I know exactly what I did wrong. It's just supposed to keep going this way. Yep, and then go right. There we go. That's how you do it. Oh, I need to get rid of beam. I used that one. I think that was like one of the very first abilities I did use in this entire thing. One of the reasons I want to save at least one power for the... I want to save at least one power for whenever I do the arena gauntlet because of fights like this. This guy is like actually a little bit threatening whenever all you can do is just eat his projectiles. Mostly because it's so hard to actually see where they're coming from. Mandatory tea break. Make a pit stop here and grab copy. I've actually got an interesting idea for the rules on how to use copy as its one-time use. And that's gonna be like one of my mulligans for doing this, which unfortunately, I still think that even with that as a mulligan, I still have too many times 2 use abilities to really be able to use that as like my one caveat to survive not having to do partner abilities as part of the use as well. Because I think that's gonna have to be like, if I make this an actual challenge that I try to pursue, I think at this point that's what I would have to do is mandate that it is that I can only use one ability per myself or a partner, and I hate that because it's almost possible without having to do that, but it's just a little bit short. And the amount of times that I need to use like 2 abilities is pretty small so far. Already used jet. This is gonna... I should have killed them before I did this. That's fine. This is the... There we go. No harm, no foul. So this fuse coming up, I do need to hit. I'm like 90% sure on that. I'm gonna hit this with jet, but you know, this run is already has been dead since last time, so yeah, that's not gonna be a successful one. Missed it by that much. We'll do one of these. I hate this. There we go. Yep, that sucks. I need to mark down... I'm gonna mark down jet ×3 for this, but... technically I need some sort of fire ability for a 3rd time, and... unfortunately... I just don't have any of those that I can use, and... This is the reason that I kind of wish that I were like breaking this by just a little bit more, because like a ×3 like that, if I had like everything else at like a ×2 and then this one at a ×3, then I'd be like, yeah, I'll just make it to where partners get one and I get one. Problem solved. I don't remember the path to get to the ability pedestal here, but there is one. I think this is it, actually. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye, Birdon. Is it Birdon or Burton? Like, you know, burden, but like... you know what I mean. Birdon or burden? Okay, so if I do the hyper, like the 1 hyper candy only, then I need to... ah, god, that sucks. I don't want to count this one, but I do need to figure out if I can do that, like, frame perfect and do it without... I need to figure out if I can get in the door without grabbing that. Otherwise, I make the rule that I basically cannot attack Kracko until it's done. That way I can technically just avoid the technical use of it. Because I could technically just no-hit run up until the hyper candy ends, and then to me that is technically not taking advantage of the invincibility behind it, so I could make that a technicality if this goes through smoothly, because I definitely need it here. Like this level right here, and like honestly the next power that we're getting is the entire reason that I want to have that hyper candy available. Because in the most Kirby game secret thing of all time, up there past those flames is the path to get to another ability. And the problem is that in order to get up there, I need to be invincible, so I need to eat the super candy here. I think I've been calling it a hyper candy, but whoopsies. So this is where I would actually mark down the use of the super candy, which I will make that on my list. There we go. I didn't actually have that marked on my list at the time, so there we go. All solved. I'm actually a little bit worried here because I know what the next power-up coming up is, and I'm pretty sure that I need something that can shoot above me. That sucks. Let's see. I'm just doing some thinking here because I'm trying to route this out as if a partner ability gets to be used at a certain spot as well. If I used the partner fighter to get the thing in Great Cave Offensive, then I could use fighter here for this, which I will mark this down as a second use of fighter. Because no matter what I do, even if I just like summon a partner in general, I'm going to have to use, well actually yeah, that's what I could do technically, like rather than use fighter like that, I can just summon fighter here and then use the partner to, oh maybe that won't work. Okay. That idea got ruined. And I highly doubt I can do like a frame perfect, yeah. If I don't have like an extra space there, I basically have to suck up the power. And that's what happened there. I need to be more patient about fighting him, honestly. Like that. Wait for him to do the jump and then fire. Now suplex is kind of my rainy day also, because that one is a fairly not useful ability overall, which means that if I need an ability that I can just kind of like toss away, that's gonna be my ticket. Okay, nice snipe, dude. If I keep this up, I'm gonna lose my power. A little bit of one-up farming. Not that these levels are like terribly difficult to go through or anything. I think I got burnt and also into the cannon. I'm trying to think if there's another ability here or not. We got fire. Nope, I guess not. Fire, suplex, and I think that was it for this one. Wow. Last time I fought you, I learned all your tricks. I always love this enemy. He reminds me of Sting Chameleon from Mega Man X a lot because it was very slightly roughly around the same amount of time that I saw Sting Chameleon that I saw this guy. Oh, he's dead. So yeah, of my usable abilities, like the ones that I have like some semblance of control over getting, I still have suplex, parasol, copy, and bomb. I can't remember if I said it earlier or if I got my thoughts mixed up because I was focused on something else, but my idea with copy is copying any ability and using the ability that I have copied will basically be how I use that power. That's right. I think I got mixed up in saying it because of the fact that I was trying to qualify how many like multiple uses of things I would have at the time, so I don't think I ever got around to actually like saying it. I'm gonna get a little bit silly with Cook here. I didn't wait long enough. Oh, that's fine. There, that's my one use of Cook done. I'll update the sheet here shortly. Cook has been used for memes, which is I mentioned it last stream, but I can pretty much only use Cook for memes because of the fact that I basically can't actually get Cook and bring it anywhere like overly useful with me, and also it just has no real attack potential. Like, I think maybe the food can hit somebody if you make enough projectiles of it, but that is a big guess. One more hit'll do it. This is one of my favorite themes from this game as well. Cocoa Cave. Just back me into a corner, why don't you? This is where we get hammer, which we've already used. Hey, where are you going? Come back here. You do not get to be used. Unless I change the rule set. Alright, yeah, that's just back up and around that way, so we'll come down here. Just keep going. I wonder if I could use Cook to get all of those, pull them down and use those as projectiles. Or use those as like food that I cook and prepare. Nice first hit. What? There we go. Alright, yeah, there is one more ability that I'm getting here, and I believe it is stone. Oops. Gonna have to wait for that switch to deactivate. Is it not gonna deactivate? There it goes. Pretty generous amount of time to get in here, but yeah, that's fine. Not gonna complain about it. Stone, we've not only used you, but we had to use you twice, so... I think we used you twice, right? Yeah, yes, times 2. So even if I went with my revised rule set of Kirby and partner get a use, you're still not able to be used. Looks like my preview is at least showing up a little bit more up to date than it was last time. I've spent so much time fighting this guy. I remember because I used to think that he was kind of the final boss of Kirby Superstar because he was the final boss of Great Cave Offensive, and he had like the longest... He has like the absolute longest animations and stuff like that for all of his abilities. So it just always made me think that he was supposed to be like the final boss of the entire game. Which of course, you know, in this very game mode here, that kind of proves it otherwise, but first time I ever played this game and like didn't know about any of that, you know, Milky Way Wishes is on here. Didn't really understand the whole level select thing here starting out, so went and played like some of the older games first. How are we looking on our list here? 1, 2, 3, 1. And we're gonna get Plasma and Ninja here, I think. And then the last two are going to be in the other area, which are Ninja and Mirror. Oh, I am a fool. Literally dropped me off at the door and I'm like, where do I go? Alright, here comes another place where I need to avoid the super candy. Oh gosh. Okay, I was able to fly above the door on that one and avoid it. Nice. Oh god, I just realized, can I hit the switch from here? This is not boding well. Alright, Ice. Have I used Ice yet? I think I did earlier, yeah, for the sword. Okay, so... it's gotta be Parasol, then. Much as I hate it, it's gotta be. Let me just... I remember whenever I was younger, going down to that bottom area there where all those little like orange things are. I remember thinking maybe one of those will be a hidden door. And it made sense to me at the time. Oh, I forgot about Yo-Yo. Thought I got that one earlier, but I guess not. As very clearly evidenced. Man, that cutter went up and around and all along the wall. Oh, this part might suck. Just gotta move quickly. Okay, that's fine. Nowhere near as tight as the one in Great Cave Offensive. So for Plasma, I think we go all the way up here, and I think it's in this room. Okay. Nope, not that one. Is it you? I think this is... no, the exit's one down below, I'm pretty sure. Orange Bonkers is one of my favorite colors of Bonkers. Okay, yeah, that is the exit, so is this the Plasma? I know this is a Bugsy, but there isn't really like a Plasma enemy, like a Plasma boss in this game. I should have waited. Nope. It isn't just the one all the way at the top here, is it? It might be. Okay, yeah, this is it right here. Fighting Sarah isn't It is even plasma colored too, so this is absolutely it. There it is. Plasma's, if I do the partner strategy, Plasma is going to be used twice for, whoopsies. Plasma is going to be used twice for strategies in Great Cave offensives, so completely useless in this part of the run. He's just far too valuable in that one. I was trying to do some cheeky things with the blocking. Walk right into me blocking, buddy. I'm gonna let him get on screen a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you couldn't have just given me an enemy or something like that. There we go. 1 HP in a dream. Not really 1 HP as much as it is just like any of his hits were gonna kill me. Get our last 2 powers here. Alright, I need to actually make an update to my sheet. Parasol has been used. I kinda hate that it looks like... Oh no, I've still got Bomb as well. So, I've got Suplex and I've got Bomb. And I'm gonna be honest, for basically any of the enemies that I can do in the arena fights, I kind of would like to have a projectile over a drop kick. Then again, using suplex is kind of interesting depending on the boss, because there are some bosses where you can grab their projectiles and throw them back at them. So if I end up having to do suplex, that could be an interesting little run. I need to go explore here a little bit because I'm pretty sure there is a power down here somewhere. Might be a little bit further up, actually. Oh yeah, right here it is. Ooh! Almost did not hit fly in time. That poor little croc over there was just freaking out. We'll save you, buddy, don't worry. Oh, never mind. Saved one of the 3 of them. That's a record. I love this segment right here because there's no reason not to take the star, but if you do end up just like ignoring the star, you get no real reward for it. Like you get the maximum tomato, which you're gonna need, and then the 1-up, but like it is not an easy thing to get like both of those and keep them. I called it too early. See if we can throw a projectile at you, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna let that go away so that I don't invalidate this run further than it's already dead. Or it's just gonna stay there the whole time. That sucks. Oh, there it goes. He actually caught me with that one. She, rather. I see the bow tie. Or just the bow, I suppose. Oh no. This is like my worst nightmares right here because we've got... I have to avoid bullet hell and I don't even think that I can get low enough to hit that. And that cannon is in the way, so... I basically can't get to that. Yeah, shoot. Well, I needed a place to dump suplex, and this is gonna be it. Mark suplex down as used. There we go. And there's our last ability for Milky Way Wishes. Yep, that is the whole roster of things there. I know what boss is coming up. Let's food up. All right, this one's gonna be spicy. We showed him. Oh, actually, those hit him pretty bad already. I wonder if I just stay right here, will we be good? The most tedious part of the run. Oh, caught it on the backswing there. I want to try to stay on this side for these guys. The Evil Knight. Okay, he can do an ice attack. Did not remember that one from him. Okay, and the swords are how I get my projectiles for him. This run's gonna be kind of scuffed, honestly. That's fine. I need to get better at the 3-star attacks as well. Okay, I think if I stay like right here on the witch, I think I can avoid either stream of fire pretty well. I also think I just need to take the hit whenever he does his attack here. This is the boss that whenever I'm doing the boss rush, I really need him to just... like, come early, so that way I can just deal with this and be done with it. There's, like, no way for me to do this, you know, eat only and be completely safe, it seems like. Now this guy we can kind of play at the distance. Give myself time for his ice to travel. I think that's what I need to do with the witch as well, and just block whenever the stars are coming out. Yeah, I think I'm safe from his knives here too. Oh, he shoots a lot of stars. Definitely gonna have to try to block those better. I couldn't unblock in time on that one. Now he's just blocking me now really badly. Swing your axe. Oh, he swung 2 of them at me. Wonderful. Alright, we're gonna play Witch at the distance this time. If he casts fire, that's what he does. This is gonna be scary if I add in the no dying clause too. Having to do this all at once. Okay, yeah, like the fire does nothing if I block it, so... Stay as far away as possible, maybe we can catch his stars whenever he fires them. Maybe don't get hit by the ice. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I need you to do that one more time. Yeah, the witch fires the stars slow enough to where I can catch one of them on the back end. I couldn't get my mouth open in time. That's a free projectile right there. The dragon's gonna be really scary. I need to wait for him to get rid of all of the stars before even attempting that one. Like, wait until the last volley or just let him go on it. He's gonna swing 2 axes this time, so if he swings one, I'll catch the second one. Oh, come on, one more hit. Yeah, his stars are way too risky to go for, I think. I'll keep trying to get, like, the last ring of them. I'm just not sure if that's gonna be possible or not. Dragon's gonna be scary. Okay, I can block the fire just fine. We're just looking at the patterns right now. Oh yeah, definitely not going for stars on him. He does a spinny cutter attack, and that's going to be our window. While he stalls us out, that is. Or she. I know you do your spin cutter attack. This was a mistake. That could have been a mistake. I need to wait a lot later on that one. So the spiral cutter thing there, that was the one I was going to try to get projectiles off of, but I messed up. Just gotta have patience here. 'Cause if I try to bump him, I'm gonna die. If I try to go for those stars, I'm going to die. I can try to come in here with more health and try to take one, but it's just a big gamble. Okay, we got one. Yep, the two blade throwing ones, those are our big opportunities to get some damage in. And then the big thing I have to watch out for is whenever he does the wind one, give myself some time to actually let the wind go for a little bit and then try to get the last of the wave. That way I'm not doing like a bullet hell dodge every single time. If I had more health to spare, I would be able to bump into the dragon and get a little bit of extra damage that way too. But I do not. There we go. I think like 2 more will do it. So if the dragon's really nice, it'll do the spiral cutter twice more. If you're just a really cool dragon. Oh god, those chip me really badly. Oh god, this is dangerous. Do the spiral cutter, please. Thank you. Oh, that was 1 HP in a dream. Did I get exam points this time? I need some patience points for those. Hey, there's the exam score points. Now I can graduate. Yeah, definitely some greediness points there too. I was trying to greed so many of those attacks. Alright, we have all of the abilities. We can go to Nova. And guess what? With Nova, I get to spend my 1 use of the Kirby sled. I used to think it was a sleigh because it kind of just reminds me of Santa's sleigh. This is another, well, I guess not this, because this part of the this stage is not in the boss rush. Also, if you just keep alternating your fire buttons, you basically will never get hit here. Now there's one place I can take damage really easily coming up here. It's going to be on this backwards portion because I cannot turn around to take it out before it'll have a chance to attack me. It's going to be one of these pipes coming up here. Not this one, but this one. I think I have to dodge it up high on there, and I can never do that. Alright. That was one of the projectiles I could have gotten. Here's another one. A little bit of a seizure warning, sorry. Which reminds me, there is also going to be another one of those coming up in a bit too, whenever this fight ends. However long that takes me to do. I need to get to a point to where I can catch those blades without him just murdering me. Man, you never realize how bad the, like, flashing lights are until you have a situation like this. Yeah, there we go. If I can catch the blades as well as the ice, that's a lot of damage potential I can get on him. Attacks like that I have to not block because I think that will chip me away really badly. The vines growing out of the ground basically do no damage to me whenever I block them. That laser is unblockable, so I have to dodge it. Come on, ice. Give me ice. Yeah, here we go. Uh-oh. Do not want to get hit by the black hole. That will absolutely straight up kill me. I think the Milky Way Wishes version of this fight is in the bag, more or less. Wait for him to appear somewhere a little bit more. Nope, that wasn't good enough. Please don't do the from the ground. He is just completely clowning on me now. Ah, come on. You're like 2 hits away and he just keeps... Ah, goodness. He's just making a mockery of me is what he's doing. I really don't want to have to redo this fight. Gonna do blades. Oh my goodness, his other blades blocked it. Come on. No, gosh. I'm getting impatient. Have to catch this. He's gonna black hole. Where's my window to attack, buddy? I've got to figure out where I can actually get a hit on him at. It'd be nice if he would drop the ice whenever he was like, right here is my chance. Okay, there we go. Nope. Should have waited. Yep. That's my window right there. Avoid the black hole. Hit him with it there. I'm gonna cry if I end up having to redo this fight from the very beginning because I got impatient. This is his entire pattern though, so... And we got him. Whew. I don't think that I can skip the credits here, which, you know, to be fair, a good set of credits to not be able to skip. Alright, so while the credits are playing here and I have a little bit of time, I set this up so that I could show this off whenever I got to this point, and I hope that it hasn't messed up since then, because I'm not really used to doing like a lot of the cropping and stuff like that on here, so I'll try to show this off. Hey, thanks for the Poyo. I've got the arena left, so if you want to hang around for that and watch me suffer through that, then we can get that going. But let me display this. It did not explode. It probably looks terrible on the stream, but this is the list of the amount of times that I had to use certain abilities. And the surprising thing is that there are a couple of places that I actually have a couple of abilities left over that I may be able to get away with using. And the mic one is the one in particular that I'm kind of wondering about if I can get that to use somewhere else. Because if I can use mic at the place that they kind of force you to use crash to open the door, and if that will hit the switch, then I can use crash at the place in Great Cave Offensive, and then that takes out one use of crash. Now, as far as the use of fighter goes, I can get that one knocked down with either just like finding one of the, like the bomb ability, for example. Like, I can just use that instead of doing 2 fighters, and then that'll knock that out. Of course, that's gonna leave me screwed for the arena rush. Excuse me. Copy is kind of my freebie as well, because I can use that to knock out one of the uses of things. I think the stone being like a partner acquired one, as well as like the second use, that's like a good candidate for that one. But the double problem is that I've used Jet 3 times and Fire 2 times, so no matter what I do, I'm kind of screwed in that aspect. I'll leave the list up here as I do the arena fights, but honestly, for the arena fights, I really would just like to have an ability to use, because that would count as my like one use ability for that. Whoops. There we go. I cannot proceed past this just yet. There we go. Alright, and like I said, I saved one ability so that I could use it here, and I wanted it to be, of the ones I had left, Bomb. So if I do this challenge, I am going to have to find a way to reduce the amount of fire-related enemies that I have to deal with, because that is my biggest bleed on ability use right now. And what's really unfortunate is I think I've completely exhausted all of the possible like ability combinations that have fire, because the problem is the one thing that does have another fire use is Hammer. So I can't really reasonably... I can't really like stop using Hammer for its intended spot, because it also has like a very like specifically, like I need that to smash the like the little hammer pedestal things down in Great Cave Offensive, which sucks, because if I just had one less of those, I could use the hammer to light another fuse with the hammer flip, which I'm pretty sure counts as fire even in this game. Another ruling I'm going to have to try to think on here is whether or not me losing bomb during this part right here counts. Because I'm going to lose bomb due to this, so like, if I find it along the ability pedestals here, am I allowed to... Nope, okay, cool, I kept it. Didn't know that happened. Thought it took it away from you. That was a silly hit. I love this boss. Alright, so never mind about the ruling thing that I was talking about. It is apparently just a non-issue. And this is exactly why I wanted to have an ability for this, to make these fights go so much easier. And I would much rather it be bomb than suplex. Ah, dang it. There we go. That's what I was trying to do, like pitch it at him. Bomb has always been like a really fun one too. Like in every game, it's got like a very basic moveset. You know, you just toss bombs, but like in Superstar, for example, like it doesn't have as much damage as like some of the other abilities, which is weird because it's actually like an explosive. But just the fact that you can put so many of them out at once. And I always like the little aiming reticle for it too. Man, dual trees was pretty rough. I wonder if single tree is gonna be rough. It's really unfortunate as well because I actually tested this out a little bit earlier. The bomb explosion does not count as a fuse light. Because that was one of the other things I was thinking. If I could get rid of one of my fuse lights that way, that would have been great. One of the heartbreaking things I found out was using sword right here because you basically have to. I didn't realize he doesn't have any projectile style weapons in his fight at all. I also found out he's like a wildly unaggressive enemy. Whenever I was trying to get him to just like murder me, he would just like keep walking back and forth like a crab. So this fight should go infinitely easier just because of the fact that we have an ability to do things with this time. He takes so much less damage when he retreats. I think the reason that I would say that for the arena this counts as a one use of an ability is just because of the fact that, like, doing these bosses just with inhale only was already, like, pretty rough. I really don't want to think about what that looks like, you know, doing this as part of a boss gauntlet where I have a limited amount of health recovery, especially getting to this boss, which would take forever, and then just completely floundering there. Like, that would really take the wind out of my sails. This right here is really the representative of why bomb is so good, because I can just sit here and just toss these, like, from so far away and be safe. Like, before that boss even really had a chance to get to me, he was already dead. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This one's gonna be really, really tough. Whew, that was a close one. I do think that I could probably do these all, like, reasonably well, but I would have to basically be as safe as possible. And I'm not sure how fun that would be as a fight either. One of the other rules that I thought about for, like, the Nuzlocke version of this was that if I lose the ability, then I can no longer use it, which, for me, I feel like that just makes it way too easy, because at that point, it just basically means that I save, like, all of my fire stuff and just go to every single place that I need fire to get to. And make it to where, like, if I lose the ability or have to toss it away, then I can no longer get it. But I'm not sure if that would be as exciting of a, like, run as trying to do it this way. Which I guess, like, that rule set would make more sense for what I'm doing right here, right now, though. Because what would have happened if I was playing by that rule set there is I lost my bomb, like, during that battle, and then I would just basically never be able to equip bomb again, which means if I lose, like, certain abilities at certain times, I would essentially lock myself out of being able to do the 100% completion, which would mean challenge failed. But I would have to think about that, like, especially after doing this sort of, like, labbing out and stuff like that. I'd really want to see, like, how that looks on paper, because I feel like a lot of abilities I could get away with just not using. Like, it's a little bit more scary, like, right there, like, I would have had to basically gone, like, okay, great. But I'm just not sure if, like, getting here would be as exciting if it was just, like, you know, use it until I lose the ability hat. Yeah, this fight goes a lot faster whenever you're not relying on like the 2 projectiles he sends out. I didn't know you could hit him between those teleports like that. Alright, and just for completion's sake, yes, we used bomb. There we go. Alright, so at least the rules that I set for the lab session here are not going to work out, and this run kind of very thoroughly concludes that. But what surprises me is not by a whole lot. Like I said, I might be able to use Mike to get that crash down to just the 1 use, and then that's 10 out of 10. Fighter to 2, I can, you know, just scuff myself during the arena fights and just use bomb at the place that I had to use the second use of fighter. The fire and like any fuse lighting things like fire and jet, I'm screwed on. So if I do a run like this again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to think about that rule set, and I might just dial it back to where if I get rid of the ability, or if I lose the ability by getting hit by enemies, that I lose it forever. And maybe that's all that I need to do to make this difficult enough to be a challenge run, but easy enough to actually still accomplish. And just like last time that I streamed, I'm going to finish this off by playing one of the silly mini games and completely just ruin how bad my reaction times are. Let's see if I can do expert. This could go poorly. Whew. That's the easy one. I'm gonna lose here. Yep. I was not gonna get through him. Alright. Well, again, I scuffed this run really badly, both in performance as well as, you know, kind of not being able to use just one of every ability, but I still had fun doing it. I'm gonna think about it some more. It'll probably be a little bit before I do like a similar challenge to this again, but I think next time it's going to be a legitimate challenge run, and you know, I'll think about the rule set a little bit more. I'll see if like what other people on YouTube are doing, and you know, see if there's one that I like. So I'll go from there and see how it goes. But thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time.